Welcome to this month's edition of Portside with the Pilots. I'm your host, Jamie Hudson. With the winter sports season in full swing, let's get right to it. Coming up, men's basketball sophomore Jason Todd recalls his experience in the 2008 Little League World Series. Plus, a behind-the-scenes look at the Pilot Hoops road trip to Corpus Christi over the Thanksgiving break.
We got great coaches, great support staff, so Father Jerry being here is awesome as well, so it makes up for not being home.
Also, a profile of women's basketball freshman Ellie Warner. But first, the Portland volleyball team just wrapped up one of the most successful seasons in program history. Their 16 wins were the most since 1991, and 2 of those wins were program firsts. They picked up their first ever win at Pepperdine, and they also beat 23rd ranked San Diego in November, which is the first time they've ever beat a ranked opponent. The team is young with a bright future ahead, and a big part of this year's success was due to the lone senior on the team, 2015 All-WCC first team selection, Emily Liger.
Looks for Liger again off the block and down. Emily Liger with a career match. Swing on it, but Troutman's there. Can Liger go down? She does. Liger finds some space. Portland fortunate there. And again, Emily Liger is just doing everything for the Pilots.
This season is completely different. We've had a lot of fun on and off the court, and I think winning makes things a lot more fun. Like, the environment is just a lot more positive. I've definitely been through a lot of ups and downs, and I think that just makes things so much better ending like this.
I think that's going to be her legacy. You know, she's part of this group that, you know, had a hard time initially, and you know, things have changed now, and she's kind of been like the backbone of that. And that's not going to be forgotten.
She was, really our leader on the court, off the court, and one of our top players. She developed, from a kind of a smaller role to at the end of the season, most valuable position on a volleyball team, and just did an amazing job. And it's a testament to how hard she works. She works as hard as anyone I've ever coached, and to see it pay off and some wins this year, some big wins and some big performances is just fantastic. So happy for her.
It is bittersweet. I think graduating is always bittersweet. You know, you look back and see all the great memories and how much you're going to miss it, but I think this is a good way to end. So I'm happy with everything I learned here and all the people that I met.
I can't imagine what it's going to be like next year without her in the gym. You know, she's such a big part of just what drives this team forward. But that's kind of, the nature of sports. Players come and they go, and everyone leaves an impression, and you just try to, build upon that. And so I think as coaches, we owe her a huge thank you, for helping us get to where we're trying to go.
Liger once more, can she do it? Yes! Give the kill to Liger as the Portland section erupts.
The cross-country season may be over, but redshirt freshman Tate Pullman has continued to conquer the trails. It's been quite the semester for Tate. Before the season started, he won the Jupiter Peak Steeplechase in Park City, Utah, which is a 16-mile trail run. In September, Tate and his UP teammate Connor Wilson ran for the U.S. Junior Men's Mountain Running Team. Then a few days after the cross-country season ended, he placed third in his first ever marathon. While cross-country and trail running are a bit different, the training that Tate does on the mountains will help him as a pilot harrier for the next 4 years on the bluff.
We call him the mountain goat on our team, Very strong guy, but his endurance is his greatest attribute.
Mountain running, you can build a good base of mileage for your cross-country season. Cross-country plays in because that's where you get the speed that'll help you in the mountains. The marathon was the real eye-opener for me. To have a race, in the mountains where I love to be, that just, it felt like it played right into my strengths.
Most freshmen in college are not going to tackle a full marathon, let alone a trail marathon, let alone an extremely off-road hilly trail marathon. And then on top of that, they're not going to get third place against professional athletes. So I think that one turned the most heads.
I love the trails. I'll see myself there in the future. I think cross country will be a good way to get the speed I need. I know I'll find that here, but I'll be the best runner I can be if I stay on cross country, and it'll push me.
Seeing the 93% GSR really shows that one of our department pillars, student athlete experience, we're making good on that promise of delivering an elite education to all 270 of our student athletes.
It takes both a faculty and an athletic department to get these kinds of numbers, and I'm very proud of the way that Allison and Andrew are able to create the liaison between coaches and faculty, and it benefits our students.
I think the partnership between academics and athletics is a very healthy one at the University of Portland. We're very blessed to have deans and a provost that are also committed to a premier student athlete experience, and I think that also shows in the GSR rates as well.
Coming up on Portside, a road trip with the Portland men's basketball team.
They do feel like family, you know. They support me in not just basketball, but outside of the court too.